because this puts you in the abundance state. It means that you do not need a different reality. You are so happy, so content, so fucking full with this reality that you don't need to manifest another one. So forget about the desired reality. Really, forget it. The secret, and this is it. If you want one single thing out of this entire channel, not even video, is hello and welcome back to another episode of 100x Journey. I can totally feel that my energy today, it's so different than yesterday, where yesterday I was sharing how I was fighting towards resistance, which is a very important part of the quantum leap cycle, and that's where most people stop. But I'm not stopping anywhere because we have 100x journey to go. But I totally feel the difference in my energy. So, first of all, what is 100x if you're new to the journey? 100x journey, it's me. Hi, my name is Agustina. I know that I don't introduce myself a lot, but this is me. I am documenting how I am 100, yes, 100, xing my life, my results, everything. Because I believe that 10x is a human way of quantum leaping. And again, I'll say it every single time. If your desire is to 10x your life, and that's it, beautiful, and there's no more to talk. But I'm here for those who are a little bit, or not just a little bit, a lot delusional. Those who have a big movement, those who desire to pioneer in something that is going to be so breakthrough that it's going to change society. This is my mission, to 100x, not only for myself, for my kids, because I do desire them to also wake up to this superpower that is inside of every single one of us. But I'm also desiring to awaken as many beautiful people as I can, just like you. If I am awakening you, I would love to know. So let me know. So today I want to talk about continuing my cycle and what I'm going to focus super strongly in the next, I would say, 10 days. That's how long I'm going to be very immersed in receiving mode. If you have been following my journey, I have been sharing how last summer, at the beginning of summer, I immersed myself in the receiving mode. And there are many ways to immerse yourself in the receiving mode. In fact, if you Google or if you even go to YouTube and you put receiving mode, you're going to find a lot of videos. I found my way, and my way works beautifully, and I want to share it with you. But before, I want to share that immersing in one with the power, it's about immersing with one with abundance. And abundance, prosperity, power, confidence, success, anything you desire, you are one with it. So last summer, when I immersed myself, there was a lot of circumstances showing up in my experience, and I didn't pay attention to them. I just okay, circumstances, I know that you're showing up in my experience, and I normally would stop because of these circumstances. Like, for example, when I was immersing last summer, becoming one with the power, I didn't have enough money to pay my bills. Yes, and that thing, just that simple thing, would have, oh my God, put me in such a shameful place. And shame is one of the lowest and more dense energies. So I didn't allow shame to put me down, to bring my power down. I said, okay, I know circumstances are showing up, but they're going to change because the circumstances that were showing up at that moment were echoing the energy of before. But once you start immersing in the receiving mode, at some point, the energy is going to shift and it's going to start reflecting this new energy. So that's what happened last summer, and I started receiving checks from the government. Yes, not one, but two. And then out of the blue, and again, these checks were out of the blue. It was a tax refund that I didn't even know. And then out of the blue, my father's house, who passed away 22 years ago. And we are many siblings, ex-wives. It was a complication to get it sold. And suddenly everything aligned. Boom, sold. And that's how I received that money. Most people, including my siblings, for example, they could have thought, or I'm sure that they are still thinking about it. Oh, look at this. What a coincidence. Now the house is sold. Well, I do not see it that way. I do not see that money that I received was a coincidence. I totally acknowledge that the money showed up in my experience because I was doing the receiving work. Another thing that I also wanted to share is that, which is very important, I do not believe that you need to do something to receive. And this is huge because we have been conditioned that we need to take action to receive. And that's not true. We need to become to receive. But this doesn't mean that you do not need to take action. You're not going to be like one with the power and one with the power and then no, because it's through other people, other avenues, other channels that the money, the abundance is going to show up. It's not that abundance is going to show up in your lap. No, you need to take action. But again, the action doesn't mean that you are going to receive from that action. And I'm going to give you an example. So last year, I started my TikTok account. And I started to share a lot of content that I was learning. So by me learning and teaching it at the same time, it made me understand the teachings at a deeper level. But I had nothing for sale. I just shared value. I just shared love. Value is a form of love. If one of my videos, and I know that a lot of my videos help a lot of people, then that's sharing love. But again, I didn't have any way for people to pay me because I was just deepening my understandings with what I am now sharing even deeper in this journey. So I totally again acknowledge that by me spreading love, sharing value, I receive value in exchange. The quantum field, God self, I just had to receive more because it's energetics. If you understand that we are energy, everything in this universe is energy, you need to start thinking in terms of energy, which is our true nature. 99.999999999 energy. Only 0.000000001% matter. So we need to start to see ourselves and everything in the universe as energy. So me sharing love, sharing value, it's a way of giving energy. It's a way of serving the world. And the world, the universe, has to give me energy back. It's a cycle. It's a flow. That's how energy moves. So in order for us to receive, we have to give. Again, this is a beautiful universal law. So it's not about you just being in the receiving mode and doing nothing. You have to find a way to give something of value. And this doesn't mean that you have to start a TikTok account or a YouTube channel. No, if that's not your thing, if that's your thing, by all means, make this be the sign to start it. But if that's not your thing, then what can you do for your community? What can you do for your neighborhood? Can you help one of your neighbors? Can you do something that is going to make someone's life better? That's what I'm talking about giving. The more you give, the more you receive. So I want to state that because that is very important. Because again, if you think that you're going to just receive by becoming one with abundance, which is the most important thing, but once you become one with abundance, abundance needs to flow out. You're not going to be all the abundance that you are creating with yourself and you're going to hoard it. No, that's the whole point. You have to share the abundance. If you become one with abundance, which is the way to be in the receiving mode, and I'm going to go deeper into it right now, then you do not have to hoard it. You just have to share abundance to the world. Does that make sense? Okay. So now that I shared that, which is super important, let's go to the receiving mode. As I shared before, there are many ways to be in the receiving mode. One of the ways is to be in pleasure, to be joyful and happy, which is our true nature, right? So that is a beautiful way. And in fact, that is the way that I became one with the power. But I'm going to take it a lot deeper. I was saying a level deeper, but it's like a whole lot deeper. So when you become one with your God self, when you become one with the quantum field, when you become one with the power, when you become one with abundance, you are abundance. You are power. You are God in human form. And if you are God in human form, don't you think that you can receive anything you desire by just commanding? That's how it is. So how do you become one with the power? Because that's kind of the secret, you know? Yes, it's a little bit of a mind fuck, to be very honest, because even for myself, when I was like, okay, how do I become one with the power? How do I become one? How do I become one? And I found the way last summer. And this is something that I've shared a lot when I was doing it in my TikTok. The way, listen to this one. The way that I became one with the power last summer, and I'm going to do it again now, is by making the life of today your dream life. That's it. Okay, goodbye. We're done. Okay, this episode is done. Okay, now. So let's go a little bit deeper. A lot of people, especially in the manifestation world, once you understand that you create your reality, it's like, okay, let's create my desired reality, because the reality of today sucks, right? And maybe this is you, right? Maybe this is you. Maybe it's like, okay, I desire this. I desire the house. I desire the husband, the wife. I desire the money. I desire the job. I desire all of the things, right? That was me. And that is every single one of us who gets into manifestation. So if this is you, don't feel ashamed, because that's how people are teaching manifestation. So it's not even your fault. But this is a secret. If you desired a different reality, it means that the reality of today, as I said, sucks. And if the reality of today sucks, then we are in trouble. Why? Because, as I said, the secret is to make the reality of today your dream reality. Why? Because this puts you in the abundance state. It means that you do not need a different reality. You are so happy, so content, so fucking full with this reality that you don't need to manifest another one. So forget about the desired reality. Really, forget it. The secret, and this is it. If you want one single thing out of this entire channel, not even video, is making the life of today your dream reality. And this is the job that I'm going to start doing from now onwards. Remember that I started this video sharing that I am going to immerse for the next 10 days in One with Abundance. So I am going to make this reality my dream reality. And I'm going to find ways to do it. One of the ways, which I have been sharing in the previous videos, is that I had to pause my actual relationship, because my relationship was bringing me a lot of noise. It was bringing me a lot of disconnection. So in order for me to make the reality of today my dream reality, I just put it in pause. And again, it's pause. That doesn't mean that I broke up or anything like that. I just need a space to immerse myself in this desired reality. And if I am having problems or challenges, like I like to call it, with my partner, then that means that that's not my desired reality. So this is one of the biggest reasons why I put that relationship in pause, so I can immerse myself. It's just a very self-love. This is really what self-love means. I want to connect with my inner power, and my relationship was not allowing me. So again, I know that that was the reason why I had to do that. And if you are in a relationship where you cannot put it in pause, because I have been there, I have been married, so putting in pause a relationship when you are married with kids and all of the situations is a little bit, I want to say, difficult, but you will have to find a way. You will have to find a way to make the relationship that you have with your husband, you have with your kids, and all of the things your dream reality. That's your challenge, and you have to find it. The way that I'm doing it, it's immersing by myself. Thank goodness I have that opportunity. Few years ago, I didn't have it, but hey, I left my marriage, and here we are in this beautiful apartment that I call home. So, going back to making your reality of today your dream reality. So, that dream reality that you are desiring, it has more material things, right? I know. Yeah, I read your mind. Because that's how my desired reality used to look. But now, no. Because I understood that material things come and go and they're not important. And you know what? I can command material things. We can command material things at our disposal. We also have to learn how reality works, because everything that you have in your experience right now in this material world, it's a reflection of your beliefs, assumptions, and all of the things. But we're not going to go there, maybe in another video. But for today, it's the material things. So if your desired reality means that you desire more money in your bank account, a better body, better health, a new partner, a new house, trips, all of the material things, then this means that you are putting power outside of yourself. You're putting power in the car, you're putting power in the house, you're putting power in the relationship, and that is not your fault. because that's how we have been conditioned to seek our power. But here I am telling you that your power, your source of power It's within you. You do not need to go anywhere else to look for it. You just have to tap into it. And how do you tap? Well, why do you desire the big house? Why do you desire the car? Why do you desire the new partner? Why do you desire those? Why do you desire those things? Because you think that those things are going to make you feel more happy. So how can you be more happy without the things? And that is the key. So for me, for example, feeling more happy, it's dancing more. When I dance, oh my God, I feel super happy. Doing this content, these videos makes me happy. Doing my TikToks makes me happy. Going back to Instagram, it's going to make me happy. Take me out for a date. Yes, a date for myself. So I can dress up, I can go to a beautiful restaurant and just have a beautiful time with myself. What are the things that are going to make you feel happy that are not related to material things? You can tap into that happiness today. Now I'm going back to keep on taking lessons for tango. That's something that makes me happy. Dancing makes me happy. Eating healthy food makes me happy. Working out makes me so happy. Being with my kids, my family makes me happy, but my kids are going on vacation. So now I have really a beautiful 10-day immersion with myself. I'm going to date the fuck out of myself. I'm going to do so many beautiful things that I'm going to be so happy, so content about my life that I'm going to make my reality of today, my dream reality. And that's how I'm going to be in the receiving mode. That's how I found the way last summer. And I'm going to be very honest with you. Last summer, I feel that it was a little bit easier than now because summer is a state, it's a season that turns me on. I love going to the beach. I love being by the ocean. I love soaking my feet on the ocean. I love being in nature. I love reading a book at the beach. I'm obsessed at watching sunsets. So summer makes it easier for me. But now in winter, where it's a time where I get very inwardly, I'm going to make it happen. I am going to make the life of today my dream life, even in winter, which is something that I don't like. But I'll do it and it's going to be amazing. And that's how I am going to be in the receiving mode. That is one way. And then I'm going to add a second component because, as I told you, it's going to be an immersion, which is the same immersion that I did back in summer. I'm going to become one with abundance. I don't know if you remember that in one of my videos, I shared the abundance book from John Randall Price. That little book really changed my life. And I started with that 40-day prosperity program, which is every single day you just like read a part of that prosperity book and then you just meditate on it. I created something different because that book, it's a little bit too religious for me. And I'm someone who I have been sharing a lot so far that the God that I like to talk in this channel is not the God from religion, is the quantum God, which is the frequency of God. So that book, although it really helped me, I had to make a shift. I had to shift the word God for quantum God and start to see instead of like God, the God that he was talking about, the quantum field. For me, quantum field is the science behind God. So I came up with my own 40-day prosperity practice, which is very similar to the one that he shares in his book. But again, I made few shifts so I could, instead of relate God with the quantum field. So I'm also going to start doing that. So between those two, which is again the same formula I followed in summer and that I totally acknowledge, $50,000 came into my experience because of me following that. Guess what I'm going to start doing? Yes, exactly that. So I'm going to start sharing in the journey how I'm doing it, how I'm going. And when I start to see the abundance coming in, I'm going to share it with you too. So what I'm going to do in return, remember that I shared that in order for this to work, you have to give something. You need to give, and it's something not material, please. It's energy. You have to give energy out, energy out, energy in, energy out, energy in, energy out, energy in. So for me, doing this journey, it's a way of putting my energy out. I'm still doing my TikToks, which I love. If you have not followed me on TikTok, you can follow me. I am Magic on Legs. You can follow me there. And so are you, by the way. We are all Magic on Legs. So I'm going to keep on pouring love into the world. And I know that the quantum field is going to fill me with so much abundance because it's my true nature and it's yours too. It's not just mine. So again, I'm going to share how I'm doing it. I'm going to share all of the practices that I'm doing. So I came up with my own somatic practices. So I'm going to start using this time not only to do the work for myself, but to create something that I can share to the world. So it's about being in creation mode, because when you are in receiving mode, you are in creation mode. What is receiving mode? It's like you feel so open. It's like your body is it's open. When you are in contraction mode, you feel heavy. It's like the entire weight of the world is in your shoulders. Well, we're going to expand. We're going to expand and we're going to be big. Big and beautiful, just like God walking on earth. And I cannot wait to share all of the miracles that are going to come into my life, because I know it happened last time. And last time I didn't even have the proof. I just did it. And chaos came into my life and I was like I shared yesterday, resistance is going to show up. But you have to be like, no, I choose to not see this, and I'm going to keep on doing the work until the energy matches, and then you start receiving like if you're God, because hey, you are. Oh my God. Okay. This is it for today. And of course, as always, check my links. My quantum gym is still in the process. By the time you are watching this video, it could have been launched or it could have not been launched. My free community, it's in the process. My 100x wealth activation practices are also in the process. I am sharing the journey while I am in the process. And you told my energy, it's completely different from the energy of yesterday. And that's the beautiful thing about sharing this journey live with you. Because hey, I am 0.0000001% human, just like you. So I do have my emotions and I'm working on my emotions, but I'm not reacting. Yesterday, I felt it. I truly felt emotion. In previous video, you can totally feel the difference in the energy. And I did not react. I took action. I did the video sharing a very raw and special moment. And today the energy, it's so much different because again, I did not react. And that is the work. When you are shifting energies, the energies of the past, which past does not exist, but the energies from your previous identity are echoing and are going to bring you back. They want to try to bring you back. You know, the nervous system is freaking out. It's like, I don't recognize this identity. Come back, because the nervous system feels so much more comfortable in survival, which is, it's so sad. But hey, this is the work to change that. and so much more, because God frequency, it's limitless abundance, it's lavish abundance. So that's it for today. I love you, love you, love you. Oh my God, thank you for giving me the opportunity to share this with you. I'll see you very soon, most likely tomorrow. Bye, bye, bye. Mwah. I love you. Bye.